Hello, East Brunswick. Welcome to G6 News. I'm Matthew Reyes.
And I'm Ethan Reese.
And this is where we're making news like a G6.
You know, Matt, it is a beautiful day in East Brunswick, don't you think?
Yes, and it's a phenomenal day to support our tennis team.
Yes, and AJ has more information about that.
Hi, I'm Alex Johnson, and I'm outside of East Brunswick High School tennis courts. Here, the varsity boys are practicing. Let's see what some of the players have to say.
Tennis teaches you a lot of discipline. You have to work hard in practice in order to do good on the court.
How to be focused, how to let all my problems out onto the court.
Durability, stamina.
Like sportsmanship, teamwork, how to work well in a unit.
Obviously endurance, because you're out there playing by yourself and you could play a match that'll last 2 hours. You need a lot of self-confidence, confidence in yourself, so that when things are going badly, you're able to pull yourself back out because you're on the court by yourself. It's almost totally an individual sport. It's a mental game more than even a physical game. So if you can get your mental frame of mind in the right place, then you can be successful. Without that, it's quite difficult.
I think we're going to have a great season. Coach is going to do well. Whole team's going to do well.
We'll do pretty good. We have a few seniors who left, but we also have a lot of returning letter winners. We practice, we play challenge matches, we go for runs and condition.
I think we can pull out a pretty good result this year because we have some pretty good players this year.
We've been very fortunate in the past to have excellent tennis players, and this new, very young group of young men hopefully will carry on the tradition of winning. Underhand. The ball's got to go in.
Mr. Pell is a great man. He's a great coach. He's a great mentor.
Back a step. In the middle of the box. You got to cover everything. You have 2 boxes to cover.
I think Mr. Pell is a great guy. He's been coaching here for a long time, and he's actually really funny. Going to games, he always makes a lot of jokes.
He might be old, but he instills those like old-time tactics, but they still seem to work.
He's a cool guy. Hooks us up with bagels. He's the biggest weapon on this team.
Well, it looks like they're practicing hard, and it should be a great season for the Bears. Good luck. Now back to you in the studio.
The East Brunswick tennis team looks like they're putting a lot of work on the court.
Yes, Matt, and we hope that they have a great season.
All right, well, our next story is on the Anime Club.
Yes, it is a club for people who enjoy watching, creating, and reading anime. Alec has more on that. Let's go to Alec for a chance to meet the leaders of the club.
An obscure. It usually gets really, really crazy. What just happened this week is actually pretty silent for what we usually get. We do a lot of interactive games, which is why it gets crazy, and it's like a convention trying to be contained within one small room.
We play a lot of interactive games, like we do a lot of improv. We do games where we're supposed to get people to say answers, because I think it's the best way to get people to be orderly as this game can get.
Yeah, we do the exact same thing as Whose Line Is It Anyway, only we do it anime style. I had like 1 or 2 obscure shoujos. At the activity fair, we cosplay when we run around. It's for anyone who doesn't know cosplay, you dress up as anime characters, like wig and all. It gets pretty awesome. We also put up a lot of posters. We have a bulletin board and yeah, and Jamie's obviously the one who updates it. Other than that, we don't really do too much promotion during the school year because we have a lot of members year round, and the more people we have in the room, the harder it is to control the club. Not as foreign as you think. We are relatively stable and sane people, And a lot of people, it's a very foreign thing. Like whenever I go to a convention, I'm standing in the elevator. Like everybody that's not there for the convention is like standing in the opposite corner. It's we're actually people in the outside world. We don't really identify as the characters that we love.
So Matt, would you consider joining the anime club?
I personally really enjoy anime, but with college decisions nearing, I don't have time to support the club.
Speaking of college, these college applications can feel life-changing. Nicole has some tips for getting through these stressful times.
It's March here at EBHS, and for many students that means they're thinking about colleges. If you're a sophomore, you're deciding what classes to take, a junior taking your SATs, or a senior waiting for those college decisions to come back, everyone's thinking about college. And so today we're going to talk to some people around the school about the college application process.
Well, in the beginning, I didn't know what I was up for. I was just going in and I was just looking at all the essays. It was stressful because of the fact that it was really long and tedious. And there's so much information that you have to put in, your parents' history, your sister's history, your brother's, sister's, sibling.
I usually ask students at the end of the year if they're thinking about asking me for a recommendation.
I went on Common App because most of my schools were through that. And I was just looking at the essays, and a lot of them were a lot of questions that made you think about your future. In the Common App, it was a little bit easier because it was a bunch of colleges under one place. But when you had separate applications, it got even more confusing. They look at your grades, they look at your GPA and your SAT scores, and then the essay.
They're not looking for what the student's going to do in 5 years after they graduate college. They're not looking for anything huge and transformative.
The biggest advice I would give is just to start early. I would say to not procrastinate at all.
Put a lot of your energy into the thing or things that you love most.
So there you have it, everything you need to know about the college application process and some tips for applying. I'm Nicole Basel, and back to the studio.
So Matt, have you finished completing your college applications?
Yeah, and let me tell you, it was actually a pain filling out applications for each different college.
Well, after a fun outing last year, the AP IPL class hoped to have another successful handball tournament. I was on the scene covering this event. I am standing here right outside the EBHS gymnasium where 11 teams are competing for this year's second annual AP IPL handball tournament.
Being a ref is really tough because sometimes people yell at you if they think that you got a call wrong, but we're never wrong. So, and also we'll DQ you if you try and challenge us. So, referees, IPL.
Basically, we analyze the Constitution and we compete, and we qualified for nationals. We've won the New Jersey State competition, I think 24 of the last 25 years. But the problem is they made some budget cuts, so we have to pay for more of nationals on our own. So this is one of the many fundraisers we're doing. Basically, we're doing this. Each team had to pay to play, and we got a bunch of prizes. We went around to different stores and got prizes. And we're also selling burritos, we made a lot of money that way last year, so we're trying it again this year. And we're selling burritos for $8. So hopefully with these two and a lot of other different ways, we can find the money to go to nationals at the end of April.
I like the event. I like how it's set up. The goals are nice. The creases are nice. The burritos were a nice touch as well.
Yeah, I'm at the handball tournament with my friend Anna here. For AP IPL? Yeah, and there's a burrito, and it's really good.
We keep the game safe. We make sure that it's fair, and we make sure that it's fun. And we keep the game moving, and we end up ending before, before midnight, so we can all go home on time.
A lot of fun covering this event.
Yes, it was really nice seeing the teams competing against each other. It's quite intense, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Well, actually, one of the most anticipated events here at EBHS is Faculty Follies. You want to tell us a little bit more about that, Ethan?
Yes. This is the kind of event that comes once every 3 years. And it was well worth coming to school at 6:30 to buy tickets. And the line was pretty long. Were you online buying tickets?
Yep. I actually was there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I needed tickets. Yes.
Yep, and we've got a little clip about it.
On March 23rd, 2012, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, a dark cloud descended over the students, faculty, and others revolving around East Brunswick High School. A cloud in the shape of a killer Faculty Follies. The following interviews were conducted over the week leading up to the show.
We liked being in Faculty Follies. It was great.
We love Faculty Follies.
I'm really looking forward to participating on stage and seeing the reaction from all the students and staff.
It's a chance to see all of your teachers acting very, very goofy, and it's very fun, and you get to see a side of your teachers that you probably would never get a chance to see again.
You get to see us in a much different light. It's like a talent show, you know? There's all this talent.
There
and
really
you don't,
is.
You don't know. You don't know.
I don't even know.
Follies is hysterical, and you know what, moreover, the teachers really appreciate the kids coming out because the teachers put in a lot of time towards it, and because of that, the kids really, it's almost like a different type of bonding experience with their teachers, and you see the teachers in a different light.
Wait a minute, this isn't anything like the
These
last
are
time.
friends exposing themselves
Okay, that's not.
in an
no.
artistic way. Get rid of the word expose.
You can't put that on a poster.
Recently saw a Nickelback music video on the internet, and I said to myself, if these guys are getting paid millions of dollars to perform, why not showcase my talents to the students and staff of East Brunswick and be 1,000 times better than what I just saw on the internet? That almost made me puke.
Faculty Follies is a blast. It is a lot of fun for the teachers, and it's tons of fun for the kids.
After I supervised everybody rushing in last time, I sat in the audience and I just laughed so much. It was so much fun.
I mean, most people think teachers live and breathe and eat and just live in the classroom the whole time. But we are human beings, and so Faculty Follies is a great time to see the more human side of your teachers and to see them really making fools of themselves.
A little bit of Harry Potter, a little bit of the girl who sang that Friday song together at the same time. No Nickelback though.
I'll be behind the scenes this year. I'm so busy this year that I don't have time to be in all the skits, so I'm very sad about that too, by the way.
Will it be in Faculty Follies this year? If you look carefully, you might find a Ganji cameo.
That is where all the cool people are going to be.
Nickelback.
I don't, what is that?
What do you have to say to anyone who's not planning on attending?
You're crazy.
I'll say this, Faculty Follies contains no fluff or matter.
You'll think back to this high school experience if you didn't see Faculty Follies, and you would have this huge empty void, and you'll never get that back, ever. So don't miss it.
I wouldn't say, you know, the city of Detroit got a petition so Nickelback wouldn't play the halftime show.
You do not want to be the guy who have missed out, so you get your tickets now.
You know what? With the shortage of bees,
That would be impressive to get that many bees together.
I'm thankful for the people not coming only if they're harvesting bees.
Yeah.
If you're not attending, you're really missing out on a fun event, a fun night. I really wish they had it a few more nights than just the one night because tickets will sell out. So make sure you camp out and get your tickets.
Faculty Follies, we'll expose ourselves.
If they don't attend, they're going to be missing a great time. We're having a lot of fun getting it together, and it's really going to be a blast.
No Nickelback.
Ask me
Well,
again, I gotta
anyway.
think of something else.
But it better be funny.
You're gonna end up using that one
Absolutely,
anyway.
Roasted marshmallows.
There's a marshmallow.
Get a s'mores. Get a s'mores. Some
Put some chocolate in it. Put some chocolate in it. Don't put that in there.
The audience members, students and faculty alike, ascribed tremendous praise to the show and all those involved in its production. It was truly remarkable. And in the wise words of Mr. H, all of you who missed out will now suffer a deep, waxing chasm within the boundless confines of your ruptured soul. And you will never, ever get that back. Ever. And I am paraphrasing. With G6 News, I'm John Shepard. Back to Matt and Ethan in the studio.
Faculty Follies was a great event, and it was such a fun experience getting to see all your teachers acting in such a funny, goofy way.
Yes, it certainly was. So, do we have anything else to cover?
Nope, I'm afraid that's all we have for today. I'd like to thank you for tuning into G6 News. I've been Matthew Reyes.
And I've been Ethan Reese.
And insert a catchy closing here.